of time until he goes after the next target. This city's going to go to Ethiopia. This one will probably go to Inca, thanks to Delhi being there. Look at that face. Alright, and so now we're down to 17 civs. Alright. Yeah, we started with 34, we're down to 17, so that's half of them. Memphis was captured by Byzantium. Was this city captured? No. I guess it's going to be captured, but it wasn't captured yet. So Egypt is really done at this point. All that's left now is Corinth in the north and Alexandria in the south. That means that these cities that Justinian captured can actually work tiles now. They were so crushed by culture before they couldn't do anything, but now they can actually start. And like Damascus has been starved for its entire existence. Now it can finally start working tiles. Yeah, Egypt won't be... I don't think Egypt's going to last much longer either. I still can't believe that the Native Americans are alive. Although they are starving pretty frantically. Why are they so unhappy? Because they defied 2 UN resolutions, which has made them wildly unhappy. And so they're frantically starving now. Just kind of sad. Anyway, so who's left on Temujin's hit list now? Wrong key, F4. Alright, so he still doesn't like Charlemagne. Now, he could actually kill Charlemagne because he has open borders with Native America. Where's the Native Americans? See, he could actually go kill Charlie because he can actually move through the borders to get to him. Alright, so he doesn't like the Native Americans. He doesn't like Portugal. Well, he's cautious with Portugal. He doesn't like Egypt either. And he's not too... he's not too much on the Ottomans. That would be a nice target to go after, right on the borders. Interesting. A lot of open, close border tension. He doesn't like... Oh, he doesn't like Sitting Bull either. Somehow he's open border... Oh, he doesn't like Zara that much either. Look at that. Cautious towards Zara. Now, that would be fun to watch. But I think a conflict with the Ottomans would be a smart choice. Annex territory that's right on the borders. Maybe. AI doesn't always make smart decisions, you know. So there's still a lot of ongoing conflict here in what's left of Egypt. There's not much of it. Oh yeah, and we've got this battle here between Sumer and Byzantium. Napoleon could have been eating the Celts. Well, anyone could have been eating the Celts. They've done nothing the whole game. Boudica is the only leader who has not fought a single war the entire game. I wonder if she can make the entire game with that streak intact. Has not fought a single time. Everyone else has fought at least once. I think everyone else has fought multiple times, but not her. And she's one of the more aggressive leaders in Civ4, so kind of strange. But yeah, Napoleon is stuck with that one Holy Roman city means he won't go to war because he's already in a war. See, war with Charlemagne. Won't start a new one as long as he's in that war. He can't reach it. All right, so I wanted to update the map. Huayna has declared war on Zara. Interesting. And Mehmed signed a defensive pact with Ragnar. So if our Mongolian friend were to start a war with the Ottomans, that would pull in these guys as well. Interesting. But anyway, who was it? Wait. Huayna Capac started the war? Is that right? Why would Huayna Capac start the war? Zara is much stronger. Oh boy. That may have been a mistake. So where is Huayna Capac's forces? Well, you know what that means. That means that this territory is going to be all Ethiopian down the road, because they'll just conquer Delhi and then flip Bombay and flip Pataliputra, flip Varanasi. So Ethiopia is going to be the real winner in this. Where is the Incan stack, though, if they're planning on attacking? I mean, that's not a smart decision. The Incans are nowhere near as strong as the... I mean, no one's as strong as Mongolia, we know this. But here's Inca, here's Ethiopia. That was a rather rash war declaration. So I can't say I understand that one, but we shall see. I don't even see a big Incan stack anywhere. Oh well. I wonder where Zara will try to focus. Will we try to capture Delhi first or go after the Incan core? Yeah, I showed... Oh, here... Okay, here we go. Here's an Incan stack. Or there was an Incan stack. Zara's been hitting it with some units. All you can see, all you need to know is that it's like off the charts power for Genghis Khan. Did I update the word declaration count? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I'll take your word for it that I did not. No, I'll take your word for it that I did not. I guess not. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, there's an little Incan stack here that's currently being chewed apart by the Ethiopians. Also, the Ethiopians are already sieging the border city here. And by sieging, I mean just attacking it. They've just about captured it. Oh, and there's more stacks up here. Still, all eyes are on Mongolia. Who will they go after next? You know it's just a matter of time until they go after somebody. Meanwhile, the Mongolian tanks in India sigh. They're like, ah, we're not fighting for a change. Yeah, Temujin's actually pretty far ahead now in tech. Like, he's really raced out in front of the other leaders in terms of beaker count, and then that's been reflected in the number of techs as well. Wait, wasn't Quaduzka a Zulu city that was captured by the... that was captured by the Ethiopians. Maybe a culture flipped at some point, I guess. Well, it's back to being an Ethiopian city now, regardless of the former situation. Alright, so Temujin's still the UN Secretary General leader. How many votes is he up to now? 460. He hasn't really increased his vote total because he hasn't conquered more territory. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Should keep an eye on the Justinian stuff. Where are these guys going? I guess they're going home. They didn't capture anything. So Hannibal is quietly cutting apart what's left of Egypt, along with Justinian. But Justinian's got that other war to deal with now. Man, boy, Egypt is just a mess. So Quaduzco was captured. Did that Incan stack over here die? Yeah. There was an Incan stack in Ethiopian territory. It looks like that got cut apart and killed. So that stack is still hanging around down here. Wonder where it's going to go. Let's see what's going on in Egyptian territory. I don't think that there's been any global warming in this game yet. That usually they have to get later in the game before you start seeing more tiles getting turned into desert. I mean, Carthage, although Carthage is one of the weaker civs in this game, they do have artillery pieces, so you know they can cut through the defenses at Corinth. So that city probably will get captured. And Hadi certainly can't research any of these techs. More religious change. I admit I have not been paying any attention to the religions in this game. There's just too much stuff going on to focus on the religions. So it's still quiet over here. How about the Sumer against Byzantium war? Looks like they're moving, or Justinian's moving some units back here to try to retake this city. I don't know. Sumer's got... They're fairly evenly matched because they both have about the same amount of territory. This city has never... These units have never been able to get out of this city. Still trapped in there. Temujin is still building... Look at his builds. He's still building tanks. Look, tank, 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 artillery, tank. So he's probably getting ready to declare war again on somebody. That or he just loves building military so much he can't help himself. And what is this little Incan stack doing over here? Who knows? So there aren't as many wars now as there were earlier in the game. There has been a lot of pillaging, that's true. Yeah, his power is still going up. As I said, that's what happens when the super militaristic leaders... So the really, really militaristic guys tend not to get ahead because they tend to self-destruct. Too many wars, not enough economy. But if they ever get ahead, on the rare occasions when they do, it is so terrifying. Because they, unlike the more peaceful leaders who will stop and sign peace, once they get ahead, they just keep fighting and fighting and fighting, and they will not sign peace. They'll just keep taking more and more territory. Yeah, this city is not likely to last much longer. How about Alexandria? Not very well defended. And producing grenadiers at 13 production per turn. Alright. Just keep watching these cities until they fall. Oh yeah, and Ethiopia, obviously, trying to watch that war too. So Corinth's defenses have almost been removed at this point. It does have rifles, but they won't last too long once artillery hits them for collateral damage. That would actually help Justinian, because this city will almost certainly flip to Justinian. It's not like Hannibal can hold on to this city. Alright, buddy. So he's not very popular either as a high peace weight leader in a game full of low peace weight civs. Yeah. Yeah, once the artillery hit these defenders, it'll probably be enough to cut through. So Delhi's not being attacked yet by Zara. And this city was recaptured by Justinian. So he seems to be doing quite well. This might turn into a mistake for Gilgamesh if Justinian's able to turn and start taking cities from Sumer. Alright, meanwhile, down here, do we have any... Alright, yeah, we do have some Zara forces starting to push into the Incan territory. Not many... Well, it's actually all just paratroopers, never mind. There is a big stack in Quaduska, though, and another stack following behind Quaduska. So once these gather together, presumably they'll attack Machu Picchu, would be my guess anyway. Something like that. Let's just see where they're moving around here. You can get a better sense for what the AI is planning if you're actually watching their units move on the inner turn, but obviously the map's so big we can only see a small portion of it. Who's Temujin's worst enemy? Good question. I don't know. It's either Egypt or Native Americans, I think. One of those two. So where's Zara going to move? It should be his turn shortly. He moves last, as I've said before. Alright, so he's just going to move a whole bunch of units over the border. And drop in more paratroopers. Okay. Yeah, so here comes the full stacks. But for the moment, Delhi is not being attacked. Yeah, let's see who his worst enemy is. Alright, so... Wait, where does it show worst enemy? This one shows it, I think. I don't see worst enemy for Genghis Khan. Worst enemy... maybe he doesn't have a worst enemy right now. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, I'm almost at feudalism. Don't worry, guys. As soon as we get knights, oh my. So here's the main stack for Temujin is in this city here. Got about 100 units in here. Very highly promoted. I don't know what he's thinking of doing with them. And he's building hydro plants through his territory right now. So how close is Pakal getting to a... Pakal's still a ways away from a cultural victory. 27,000 in Uxmal. He's still 100. Nah, unless he turns on the culture slider, he's not winning a cultural victory. By the way, Temujin's on the laser now. What a strange choice for a tech. Laser. Well, I guess it's not that weird. That makes sense. Okay, it unlocks mobile artillery. I forgot that it unlocks mobile artillery. Mobile artillery are awesome. Artillery units that move 2 tiles per turn. Amazing. The mobile SAMs aren't that good, but the mobile artillery is. Okay. Apparently he doesn't want communism. He skipped over that one. Anyway. So, yeah, we should see an attack on Corinth. Actually, they already did attack Corinth, and they weren't able to punch through all the defenders. So I guess that city's going to hold for the time being. because this stack's going to come up short. So Hattie gets to live a little bit longer, at least for the time being. She's still almost certain to die eventually, but this little force is not going to kill Corinth, and she has another city down in the south besides, so maybe Justinian will put another stack together and attempt to take this one. Maybe. He does have his city right up there. Pakal is the most cultured, although I'm surprised Zara's second. I thought Justinian would be second. Genghis Khan's third, because, you know, he just has so many cities. Construction of a library would take advantage of our science output. No thanks. Note that they've already voted in free religion civic, but they're going to vote it in again. So here comes Zara's big stack, and he's got about 50 units on this. He doesn't have any siege, which is good. He'll just throw his units at this immediately instead of wasting time bombarding. You'd think he'd use his bombers to take this out. The city defense is out, but nah, no such luck. Also, Delhi has not come under attack yet either. Go figure. Okay. So what's going on over here at Corinth? Oh, the city's almost dead. Actually, it still might fall. Like, these cabs are really beat up, but the defenders are very, very damaged too. It's close. Just 2 or 3 more cabs would make this certain to fall, and 2 or 3 more defenders would make it certain to hold. Meanwhile, Justinian's now going on the offensive. I don't know if he's going to... Excuse me, I don't know if he's going to break through here. He doesn't have any... doesn't seem to have any siege with this... Oh, yes, he does. He does have artillery. Okay, so he'll use his siege units and then presumably attack. Yeah, free religion got defined last time. Gold mine Reno. I don't know what that is. Never heard of gold mine Reno. Maybe I'll have to check that out when this is done. I've never heard of that before. Yeah, so this city could still fall, Corinth. Oh, that was free speech? Yeah, some people have been defying some of the the resolutions. That's the word I'm looking for some of the resolutions. That also got defied. I get them confused sometimes too. Well, it looks like there was an attack on some of these forces. Oh, it was captured. Justinian with the sneaky move. He would have gotten that by culture flip anyway, but sneaks in and grabs it. Nice. Gold mine Reno. It does sound like something Flanders would say. Alright, so Egypt is down to 1 city left. Justinian's actually doing a pretty good Genghis Khan impression here, fighting a 2-front war and having success in it. Alright, so Hadi defied... Oh, Justinian defied that too. Jeez, that's serious unhappiness for him. See, the world considers you a villain. That's what you get when you defy the resolutions. Boy, defying resolutions and still fighting a 2-front war and doing well. So Mao has now declared on Charlie. Good luck, maybe he can get over. Good luck, maybe he'll be able to get over there. I'm going to do this war declaration count immediately so we can see it. Does he have open borders with Native America? Where's Mao? Alright, Native Americans. No, he doesn't. So, good luck, Mao. You're not going to have any more success getting over there either. Like, look at this. He's just being protected by the Native Americans. Oh, boy. So that's another person brought into a war who's not going to have any effect. Well. So, anyway. Justinian's doing well in his wars. He's getting ready to take this city. Well, I don't know if he'll take it, but he's going to have a shot at it anyway. And Zara is continuing to do well in his wars. How many units are here? About almost 50 units. So I expect Machu Picchu to get captured. And then to flip over to Brazil afterwards because, you know, nobody can ever hold cities after they get captured. It is harder in the later stages of the game because there's so much built-up culture. So Sitting Bull is turtling so hard he turtles for 2. That's right. He is... That's all he really does is he sits back and turtles on territory. Oh, boy. Chinese conquest of Mexico. Well, we'll see. It's going to be hard for them to get over there. So Zara is pushing towards industrialism. So is Napoleon. We did see Machu Picchu get captured. So Napoleon's going to have tanks shortly. What he needs is an ability to get through the culture of someone he doesn't have open borders with. That's the ability he needs. Alright, so there was a fight between Justinian and Gilgamesh here. It doesn't look like it was too decisive either way. How about what's left of Hadi? It looks like somebody attacked her at Alexandria because her units are damaged. Maybe that was just planes bombarding. Sooner or later, one of the people who's at war with her is going to send some units down here and finish her off. And then that'll be more territory for Zara too, because, you know, everything's swallowed up by Zara's culture down here. Has Zara gotten any of the Mongolian cities yet? No, not yet. Probably will soon. Oh, wait, does Zara have open borders with Temujin? Because if they don't, he can't... No, oh, okay, well that would explain it. So Temujin can't get his units home because they're stuck in Zara's territory. Well, that's funny. Maybe that's... I wonder if that's influencing his relations with Zara. Genghis Khan, annoyed towards Zara Yakub. Well, well, well. This could get interesting. Get your popcorn ready, folks. Genghis Khan, annoyed towards Zara Yakub. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. I wonder if that's building up to something. Just going to say that that's very interesting and leave it at that right now. Very interesting. So, yeah, we haven't seen a war declaration there, but let's just say it's possible. Let's just say the possibility is there. 100 units stuck, annoyed relations, yeah. The logistics are pretty rough for Temujin, but they're not impossible. He can use rails to go through... He could use rails to go through Justinian's territory, and he does have open borders with Justinian, so it's not... they're difficult, but not impossible. And once he started taking cities, he'd start to open up a new core. It would be hard, but not... With his tech lead, it would certainly not be impossible, and he just has so many cities. Meanwhile, I'm wondering how much longer Hadi's going to be able to cling to life here before somebody finishes her off. Justinian keeps landing paratroopers and throwing them at this city. I don't know how effective that is, but he keeps doing it. It is a fun game to watch. And of course, Justinian's also trying to conquer this city. More of a bloodbath over here. Going into police state, Justinian is. I don't know why I said that backwards. And people are still working on the various components of the Apollo program and so on and so forth. It definitely does look like the most likely outcome would be a Mongolian space win, but it's far from assured. There's a lot that can still happen. I don't think there wasn't a war declaration that turn. Someone please put her out of her misery. I just like the idea that more than half the leaders we started with will be dead by the time this is over. Very violent game. It's taking a while to process. That could mean nothing, but it also could mean there was a war declaration and a ton of units moving around. But this standoff is still continuing. It looks like Gilgamesh has enough units to hold, though. Alright, so here comes some Justinian units. Not a lot, but that still might be enough to finish off Hadi. Like, it doesn't require a lot of units to kill her at this point. Artillery to remove the defenses, and then one round of collateral damage, and then finish him off. Oh yeah, what's Zara doing in his war? Forgot to check that. Has he moved on to the next city yet? No, he's still outside Machu Picchu. Watching the Brazilian units run around in circles. Well, Temujin is on fission now, so once he finishes that, he can build Manhattan Project, and we might see some nukes, which would be pretty fun. Always fun to watch that. Alright, and there's another cav running in. Alright, so this... Alright, even if the Justinian units do not take out Alexandria, I presume that the Carthaginian stack that's moving around, they will probably be able to finish this off. Because, yeah, these units plus these units together can kill a handful of rifles and machine guns. Paratroopers, random paratroopers just landing for some reason. Alright, so Zara's moving forward, I guess. Continuing. He still has not gone after Delhi, city down here. And Temujin has still got those units trapped. He's building a lot of research, though, right now, which would indicate he's not planning... he's not plotting war right now. And by the way, that city of Munich did flip away. Moscow flipped. Yakutsk flipped. So Temujin did lose some of his cities, but he still gained. I mean, he gained so many from his Russian war. Also, why are his cities such small sizes? He could grow these cities to larger sizes, couldn't he? Yeah, like, look, he's got the happiness cap to take them much bigger. I don't know. Don't quite understand that. Why wouldn't just grow them to larger sizes? Whatever. I'm sure he knows what he's doing. Oh, wait, it's the AI. No, the AI doesn't know what it's doing. Bakal, 100... Oh, yeah. Bakal, look, great call. Great spot, Meeblebor. But we'll have to check to see if he's... Now, he could just be revolting and doing a civ exchange, but it's also very possible that he's turned on culture and is going for the culture win. We got to check that out. Yeah, that brown blob in basically what's Russia is all the Mongolian cities. But yes, we need to investigate whether Pakal decided to turn on culture victory or just start spending towards a culture. Turn on the culture slider. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, stop the war against Swinekoppak. I wonder if that'll succeed. So what's left in this? A rifle, a machine gun, two machine guns, two machine guns and 3 rifles. Gonna take that little stack probably to take that out. All right, so culture. Yep. All right. Oh wow! Holy crap! 40 turns. We might want to put those Mongolian space plans on hold. We may have a winner in South America in a relatively short period of time. Wow! Look at that. 40 turns. That's all he needs. All right. Well, Uxmal, Lakamba. How about Lakamba? That's the other one. This is the Shrine City. Yeah, he needs about 50 turns to... Needs something like 50 turns to finish this off. Yeah, Pakal. He's not playing around here. But look at all these paratroopers that just got landed. Pretty funny. So not messing around. We'll see we'll see. I mean, again, a lot can happen. Someone could declare war and take one of those cities. There's a lot that could happen. A sneaky culture steal could possibly be back, though. Here comes more Carthaginian units. I don't think Hattie's going to be around to see the end, though. Too many Carthaginian units heading for her. At least we finally got to see some action in South America. I mean, it's been so quiet in South America the whole game, and we finally have some fighting. Damn it, Pakal. I know a lot of people are rooting for Genghis Khan. UN peacekeeping succeeds. Stop the war. Well, so much for that fighting in South America. Who voted yes? Who voted no? Where's Zara? Zara voted no. Zara wanted the war to continue. Genghis voted yes. Apparently wanted the war to stop. And not surprisingly, Huayna voted yes because he was getting his butt kicked. Even though he started the war. So that war comes to an end. Oh well, so much for excitement in South America. But the UN decided to put a kibosh on that. Look at all these destroyers that were in Incan territory and now got kicked out of it. I guess they were blowing up all the fishing boats. So Justinian's still hammering away at this city, but it's very well defended. Just a lot of units on both sides. I'm just watching to see the death march on Hattie, who looks like she's going to be eliminated by Hannibal here. In a couple turns, but shortly. And just wondering if the Mongols will choose to go to war with somebody. They're going to have nukes pretty soon. Zora's starting to get pretty big too, in terms of territory. Because a lot of these wars in the south recently have been to his advantage. And he's been able to snap up some cities through, like, culture flips, that kind of thing. Alright. He's the worst enemy of Portugal? Okay, whatever. So as long as he keeps the culture slider running and he doesn't turn it off, he's got a good chance to win by culture. What is it with Mesoamerican civs going for culture? There was a very bloody battle here, but it looks like it was not decisive yet. Tsar's about to get tanks too, yep. So that military advantage that Temujin would have had is now not going to be around, because his opponent will have tanks too. We should have a good finish to this game. Alright, there goes the defenses in Alexandria. I think Hattie will die on the next inner turn. They wonder if South America would try to pile on Pakal. It's really a shame that Napoleon's gotten locked in this endless war that he can't fight, because he's been unable to take any more actions, so that's why he's kind of been very quiet lately. It's a shame, because he's normally one of the more aggressive leaders too. Oh, hello. Well, oh boy, get your popcorn ready. So Portugal declares war on the Mayans, and then the defensive pact brought Zara in on the side of Maya. So that's pretty bad news for the Brazilian / Portuguese Civ. So we get 2 new. So instead of the Incans getting rolled up, now it looks like it's going to be the Portuguese / Brazilians that are going to get rolled up here, because they're not very strong. And they just got themselves pulled into a 2-front war. But this is something that can mess with Pakal. I wonder if he'll choose to swap some of these cities off culture. Maybe he'll start building units or something. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go very well for these guys. So here's the Brazilian stack right here. It's not bad, but it's, you know, it's Cavs and artillery against infantry and artillery. I guess we'll see. But yeah, this is probably not going to go very well. Zara has a lot of units, and they were already close to... Yeah, Zara already had a lot of units that were on the borders of Brazilian territory anyway, so... Probably not going to go too well. How many cities does Brazil even have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, 5? Yeah, that's not a lot. That's not a lot. He has... Well, does he have... Yeah, that's a good question. Does he have oil? He does have oil. Okay, so he does have oil. So he can build tanks if he wants to. Good call. But Hattie will not live to see any of this, because Hattie's going to be eliminated on this inner turn right here. Yeah, the defensive pact was... I believe the defensive pact was removed by that war declaration. It pulls in the other person, and then the defensive pact disappears after that. That's my understanding. Wait, did Hattie survive that inner turn? It looks like she did. Huh. Thought for sure that would finish her off. Guess not. Unless the Byzantines slip in through Ethiopian borders. Yeah, so Hattie survived one more turn. Wave farewell to the Egyptian leader. This is the last time you're going to see her. Bye, Hattie. I do like your hat, though. There's a reason why we call her that. Alright, so she's got 2 crippled rifles in there. And that's it. Alright, so what's going on here? A lot of great generals being born, as you might expect. So it's light green and light blue against dark green. Malata is not in good shape. Alright, so that whole stack is basically dead. And Portugal is now in terrible shape because huge numbers of Ethiopian units are crashing over the border, in addition to having to deal with the Mayan fort. The Maya doesn't have that many units, but they have some. Pakal has not backed away from his culture victory, by the way. He's not changed anything. He's just stuck with it. So, good for him. What is this? I can't even say that. Something lives matter. Declare war and build research in all your cities. Yeah, that too, right? I just noticed that. It's like, yeah, why is he building research in every city? It's like, you do realize you're at war with 2 other leaders, right? Anyway. So Alexandria will get captured by Hannibal, and then it will culture flip in a couple turns over to Zara, whose green blob in Africa is continuing to grow. Unless something utterly bizarre happens here, this should be it for her. Alright, also, Temujin's on composites. If you research, he does need to research the bottom side of the tree, but composites are the tech that unlock modern armor. You just need another tech as well to pair with it. Alright, so bye-bye, farewell to Egypt. Hattie was doing well for quite a while, but eventually it kind of fell apart. Hannibal didn't help her. Hannibal was kind of a thorn in her side. Why did Portugal declare war? I don't know. That'll always be the question, right? Alright, so bye-bye, Egypt. And we had another city captured as well by Maya, interestingly enough. So Walata was captured. Oh, wait, yeah. So now we're down to just 16 leaders left. We're actually getting back to like a reasonably sized game. Still big, but more reasonably sized. Alright, so Walata, which was a former Mali city, is captured. The Mayans now have like a fair amount of former Mali. Meanwhile, down here, there's a ridiculous number of units that are moving on the remaining Brazilian cities. So this is not going to go well. This has backfired pretty horribly. Over here, still stalemate at Lagash. These Byzantines and the Sumerians have thrown a lot of units at each other without much success. And it just feels like that green culture is everywhere of the Ethiopians. I guess Heliopolis will be held on to, but I don't know. Memphis may culture flip. I don't know. Depends on how many units are in there. I guess Addis Ababa does have some very strong culture pushing on it. Alexandria has no chance. That'll flip away. This Incan city has still never come under target. All of the cities the Mongolians captured have been frantically starving. But the Mongols seem to be just chilling for the time being. They are building the Manhattan Project, so you know that's a thing. So this will be finished. But otherwise, they're just kind of chilling for the time being. I would love to see them take a swing at one of the game leaders, but for the time being, nothing doing. Pakal is still culturing, yeah. Sometimes the AI does feel suicidal. One of the other things is we're playing with aggressive AI turned on, and normally before the AI will declare war, it does like a check on the power bar graph, and if someone's ranked too far above them, they won't declare war. One of the things aggressive AI does is it removes that check, so they just don't pay any attention to how much stronger or weaker someone is than that. Well, they will go after people weaker than them, but even if they're stronger than them, like that check does not take place, and they will still declare war with aggressive AI turned on, which is one of the things that's fun. Nukes aren't nukes in base. Oh, that's right. This is the modded game. That's right. So it's not like the nukes in Beyond the Sword. Okay. One-shot bombers. Okay. So they're not quite as strong. That makes sense. This is a mod intended for multiplayer use, and nukes are very, very broken for multiplayer. So we've got to stop the war vote coming in. And a recursion of the... Oh, I was going to say a recursion of the Ragnar against Sitting Bull War, but screw that. We don't care about that stupid war. Genghis Khan has declared war on Zara. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Let's get the two war declarations. All right, we're going to get to see some fun stuff before this game goes out. So, yeah. The Mongols are back at war again. Let's see if they stop building research and start building units again. They still seem to be building research in most of their cities, but maybe that will change. Of course, so is Zara. I don't get this AI. All this, whatchamacallit? Yeah. So this is why no one wants to mess with Mongolia, because their power is here. I mean, Zara's in second place, but this is his power, and this is Mongolia's power. Here's the poor Brazilians getting taken out. So yeah, it's a bit one-sided. Just a little bit. And the Native Americans are back for another round of war, but we'll see if anything actually happens there. Who knows? This might be the salvation for the Brazilians. We'll see. Probably not. There was also a Stop the War declaration as well. So where are Zara's units? Or, excuse me, where's the big Mongol stack? There's got to be a big stack somewhere, right? Alright, here they are, up here. Alright, here's the big stack, this one right here. There's 100 units on this tile. Probably going for Gondar or Medina. Probably. Just kill Zara and then kill Pakal. Well, Zara is pretty strong. I don't know. It's going to take a while to deal with Zara. Zara is one of the game juggernauts too. But it's not, I mean, it depends on whether Temujin keeps building research or if he is serious about pushing units. Alright, let's see. We got to see if that Stop the War resolution works, too, because I don't even know if the Stop the War resolution is like the Mayan versus Brazil war, or if it's the Ethiopia versus Brazil war. It's one of the two. I don't know if it applies. Maybe it applies to both. I don't know. Also, will this stop Pakal from going for his culture victory, too? Remember, he's in a war, too. He hasn't slowed down yet. No, the Mongolians actually need to research more techs to get to modern armor. It's not just composites. Composites is the tech that unlocks it, but you also have to have the one that unlocks research labs. The exact name I'm forgetting right now, but they actually do need another tech. All right, Lisbon was captured there, so Brazil loses another city. Obviously they want help in their war. He's still at war with Gilgamesh. We pick up feudalism. Alright, peacekeeping succeeds. For whatever reason, Genghis Khan keeps voting for peacekeeping. I don't quite understand that. So what peace treaties actually broke out here? So who's at peace now? I guess we'll get the pop-up in a second. Boudica. Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if Boudica won the space race? It's not going to happen, but it would be amusing. Alright, so Lisbon was captured. Nothing too great, nothing too important in there. So Pakala's made peace. Did Zara make peace? Alright, so they both made peace with him. Alright. So much for that. I guess Portugal gets to survive. They were not going to survive if that war continues. So now it's just straight up Mongolia versus Ethiopia. And we shall see who comes out on top. Really should probably be building some more military stuff, Mongols, because you seem to be building research in every city, which is not a good way to fight a war. Oh well, we'll see. Hey, Zara's building units. So where's the big Mongol stack here? Alright. Are Zara's troops now stuck in Lisbon? Oh my god, you're right. They are stuck, but there's not that many. I don't think there's that many over there. Still, good point. They definitely will not have open borders with the guy they just fought a war with. Look at the mobile artillery running around. Yeah, so I'll show the tech tree in a second so you can see what techs the Mongolians still need to pick up. They still need a few more before they can build modern armor. They can build just about every other unit other than modern armor, but that's a very decisive unit, obviously, since it has the highest strength value in the game, with the possible exception of ships. I'm not sure, there might be some ships with higher power. Yeah, he's still at war with Holy Rome. He just can't reach Holy Rome thanks to border trolling. Alright, so on the tech tree. So you see modern armor also requires computers tech. So he has to go and research computers as well. But computers is only one tech away, so it's not like he's far from modern armor. Oddly, he still has not gone for a communism or medicine. He really needs the health. He should go for medicine and build some hospitals. Otherwise, not too many more techs. Not too many more techs needed. Why does he skip people that are closer? Because the AI declares war based on relations, not based on how close they are strategically. Their war declarations don't always make a ton of sense. I mean, this is the AI, after all. Yeah, so Gilgamesh has held the city. Justinian has not been able to break through. Look at that poor Carthaginian city. Alright, so there's a pretty good stack trapped in here. Looks like 15 or so units. Not huge, but decent number. Oh, but there's also a stack trapped in Machu Picchu as well, because they can't get out of this city's territory either. So poor Ethiopia has a lot of its military tied up in spots where it can't actually move the units. Whoops. Anyway, so here's the big death stack is still moving. Zara's got a smaller stack in the area. Are there any reinforcements coming down from the north? Just out of curiosity. Because like we'd be able to see them moving. A couple trickle units, I guess. Oh well. Yeah, apparently the Mongols do not want to go communist in this. Apparently not. And Pakal continues to quietly push culture. Ooh, the gunships are cutting apart those cavalry. Yeah, so that's one place where Temujin does have an edge. He's got gunships. Zara does have tanks as well. Alright, Zara has tanks, but Zara does not have gunships, so that's an edge. Gunships are very good at anti-tank weapons. So that's a noteworthy advantage for the side of the Mongolians. Probably not enough to be decisive, but it is an edge. I did notice that that entire Ethiopian little stack got cleaned up. Oh yeah, these guys are still at war, remember? Not doing much of anything. Hey, look, guess what? Wait, what? Baghdad? Wait, where did that get captured? Oh, well, okay. Interesting. Well, we got another war declaration. Mehmed is declared on Pakal. That's an odd one. Very odd one. Okay. But it could throw a monkey wrench into the culture... What is it? The culture victory plans that Pakal's going for. How many turns do you have left? About 40, roughly, for culture victory. All right, well, I don't think that's going to be too successful, but, I mean, it's something, anyway. And Temujin's now building spaceship parts, but yeah, I don't know why he's not building more units. I mean, he is in a war. I would think he wouldn't just build research in every city. Oh, well. I'm sure he understands what he's doing. I'm sure he's got it figured out. But he did capture a city up there, Baghdad, with some more units that were trickling down. Maybe Temujin is just like, I have enough units, I don't need more. So he's got one city. They're trying to stop Pakal from winning. It could be. This game was kind of like so weird. I didn't try to do a big predicting contest. It's a one-off game anyway. It's not like we'd be following it up in a series. So I threw out a predicting form, but it didn't really do too much with it. Plus, I screwed up the form anyway and forgot to put a name field on it, so it wasn't really that useful. This was more just for fun. I mean, the Civ4 AI Survivor is always for fun, but even more so. So now Genghis is going back and picking up communism. So I guess he's decided he does want to join the communist banner. The AI flavors switch depending on the victory type. That would make sense. So I guess he's solidly in pursuit of a spaceship victory. Also, I don't know where this is going right now. If the late game techs weren't so expensive, he'd have a better chance of winning that, but it's kind of unlikely he can win the spaceship victory. Now, if the Native Americans were to lose some cities, maybe Napoleon could actually get over here and conquer that, but seems unlikely. So they're putting Bjork... Actually, they're... Wow, are we actually going to see somebody break through and capture another city here? Because Bjorgvin is kind of in some trouble. There's the enforced peace from the UN wearing off. I don't know what's going on right now. I guess the Vikings are moving. Oh, the Viking... Okay, so the Vikings killed the unit that was right there. See if the Native Americans move back. They almost captured that city. China's hat is huge. What is... Oh, yeah. China's wearing an enormous hat on the mini-map. False alarm, maybe? That something was actually happening up here in the war between Native America and the Vikings. Seems like nothing's ever happening up between those two. We want your help against Pakal. Maybe he'll buy somebody into the war with Pakal. It could happen. Stranger things have happened. Buy Inca into the war or something. Well, that... Oh, hey, Constantinople has achieved legendary culture. Interesting. If he had other cities... Mutal's about to go legendary as well. If he had two other cities to pair with this... Yeah, 50,000. Then he might have a chance to win by culture, but not going to happen. Over here, that war is in a stalemate. Where are the Mongols moving? So they captured Baghdad. Got some more tanks running around randomly. Where's the big stack? Alright, here's the big stack. Oh, whoops, I accidentally ended turn. I was trying to hit Alt to see what units are in the stack, and I hit spacebar, which ends the turn. So, alright, they're going for Deborah Burhan. I'm sure that's exactly how that's pronounced, too. And there's a bunch of gunships running around, and mobile artillery and whatever those things are. Is that radar artillery? It looks like that. I don't know. But it feels like the field army of Mongolia is definitely beating the field army of Ethiopia, which we would expect given that power disparity. They did just use... Alright, so the Ethiopians did just hit back with some artillery pieces. What's that? Oh, no, it's the mobile SAM. Okay. Yeah, not that good of a unit. Alright, so there's 112 units in this stack, so this city is obviously toast once it gets attacked. And we'll see. Oh, look at this. Actually, Pataliputra managed to work one tile. 2 tiles. Yay! Now they just need to get a lighthouse in there. Could actually whip the lighthouse, I think. Also, the United Nations is almost done. Not the United Nations. Building intelligence agencies everywhere, apparently. Manhattan Project, that's what I was going to say. Wait, did he stop building the Manhattan Project? He was building it. I guess he decided not to finish it. It's like, hold on there, we got to build intelligence agencies in every single city. Like, literally every city we got to build intelligence agencies in. Okay, mobile SAMs, yeah, they're not. They look like the radar artillery from Civ4. Not all that useful. If we had domination as the only victory condition, this game would take approximately 50 hours to play. So no, I'm glad we did not have that as a victory condition. I don't have unlimited time to spend on this. Well, you'd never see conquest. It's impossible. The AI doesn't raise cities, so they can never win a conquest victory. Like, it just will never happen. So they will always reach domination first. By the way, there's another small Mongolian stack moving around over here. And there's another one in the south, too. Not as big. Looks like they need more siege in with these stacks. Come on. Yeah, it's really, my computer's really chugging now because there's so many units moving every turn. Just hoping it doesn't crash. If it does, I have the autosaves to fall back on, but still. That's why it's set to autosave every turn. Boy, there's a lot of fighting going on somewhere. Oh yeah, remember this guy? He's still around. Mao's still at war with Holy Rome. Alright. Who voted to defy? Anyone important? Hannibal, J-Man, Boudica. Alright, no one too important. None of the real game leaders. Alright, how many defenders are left in this city? I guess they haven't attacked yet. They just bombarded. Yes, there's another little stack down here. And a stack of tanks and stuff over here. Still building intelligence agencies all over the place. And Pakala still seems determined to go for that cultural victory. About, as I said, about 40 turns. So we're looking at just after turn 400, if he keeps it up. Small compared to the rest of the Mongolian armies, at least. Alright. Anything else going on up here in North America? Nope, not really. Except that there's randomly some Carthaginian units. I guess they're going to these little Carthage over here. Carthage has colonized southern Alaska. And then Byzantium has colonized, like, Nome, Alaska over here in the west. Just really bizarre. Oh yeah, and remember how the Mayans were at war with the Ottomans? Yeah, that war's still going on. But I doubt we're going to see much of anything. China is at war with Holy Rome. Good luck getting there, China. Alright. Back to the main front. Will they choose to attack, or are they going to choose to continue bombarding the defenses? Looks like they're going to choose to bombard the defenses with some units and walk to the left with the other units, apparently. Good choice, I guess. Oh, so there is one other thing that I can mention. So, Temujin has flight. He has airports in his cities. So he can actually airlift units to his existing cities. I wonder if he's doing that. Like, he can airlift units into Varanasi. He doesn't have to walk his units all the way down from Russian territory. He can just airlift them there. I wonder if he's been doing that. Because I just saw this like little group of units walk out of Varanasi. I was like, did he airlift units into Varanasi and then walk them out of the city? Because that's possible. Like, I don't know where these anti-tanks would have come from otherwise. Alright, he did finish the Three Gorges Dam. Like, I have to keep an eye on this city. I wonder if he airlifts units into them. Anyway, just a thought. Something you can do in the late game is use airports. So Mutal's reached legendary culture. We saw it was going to go legendary a couple turns ago. This war is still a total stalemate between Sumer and Byzantium. Just no advantage either way. There's also some units, I guess they're just walking around on the railroads from in this direction, so there are still Mongolian reinforcements coming through. Alright, now he's building some, I see at least one tank in production. Still a lot of research, though. How many beakers is he on? He's on computers. Alright, so 4,300. Alright, so he's on computers. That'll allow him to build research labs and also allow Temujin to produce modern armor. The one unit he doesn't have in his arsenal right now. Because he already has composites, he just needs research. He might be able to win by space before Pakal could even win by culture. Because Temujin's not far away from winning a space race at this point. No, Khan hasn't killed anyone yet. He's at war with Zara, though, which is they're the top two in score at war with each other, so that's pretty interesting. Every single turn, it's like the client is going to crash because there's so many units it has to worry about. Thank goodness all the animations are turned off. And of course, research labs will also increase the beaker production of Mongolia. So instead of 4,000 beakers, it'll probably be like 5,000 once they're done. This city still hasn't been attacked yet. What is it, up to 114 units? For whatever reason, there's a random gunship attacking this city down here. I don't know what's up with that. And this stack, boy, that's not an inconsiderable stack either. What's been going on in terms of power since the war started? Well, Zara's been going up, and Temujin's been staying kind of flat, so not much difference from what I can see. No huge changes. Look at that poor city, still gripped with, completely surrounded there. Oh, hello. So here goes the anti-Ottoman force heading off to deal with them. Pakal is heading his units over to the Ottomans, who are behind in tech, obviously, compared to these guys at least. So Pakal is still, he's still running the culture slider, but he's building military now in all his cities. So he's not messing around. It's probably a smart idea to build military. Okay, will this city finally get attacked now? I think Gondar has either the Forbidden Palace or Versailles in it. No, the units are just going to turn and walk in the other direction. What in the world is... Boy, the pathfinding is so weird sometimes. Like, where is this stack going? Here comes another little group. I don't understand. Well, it looks like Temujin has... And that's mobile artillery. I was going to say it looks like he has modern armor, but they just look very similar. Top two, well, they are, but it's just we have one runaway leader and then the guy in second place nearby. But they are the top two, I'm not wrong. He's also the worst enemy of Hannibal and Huayna Capac. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know where this stack's going. All anti-tanks. Lots and lots of anti-tanks. So the Justinian-Gilgamesh War ends... Ooh. Well, that's interesting. So Justinian got this city in the peace treaty, shockingly. I didn't think that he deserved to get that city, but I guess Gilgamesh really wanted to sign peace. That's a bit of a blow for Gilgamesh. Not that there's a lot going on over there. Anything going on in North America? Not really. As usual, these two just fight and seem evenly matched and no one actually comes out ahead. Alright, so we'll keep our focus on the main war. Where's the little Mayan expeditionary force? Where are they? I don't know. They were leaving their borders like a turn ago. Maybe they're inside one of the... underneath a current existing city or something. Oh well, we'll see them pop up over here sooner or later if they're planning on invading the Ottomans, which they probably are. Pakal's still same status as before. He's just researching. He's just building culture. he needs to wait until about turn 410 is when he would win, roughly around then. Nothing's really changed since then. He's not at war with these. Well, he is at war. He's at war with the Ottomans, strangely. Very strangely. How he started that war doesn't really make a lot of sense, but he did, so. One thing I wonder is where Zara's oil is located, because obviously oil is the most important resource for a modern war. If Zara lost his war, his oil, it would be pretty bad for him. So the stack is now up to 120 units. It's actually growing in size. How is this stack growing in size? I guess it's being reinforced. So where is Zara's oil? How many oils does he have, first of all? He has 6, so his oil's not getting disconnected. Enough of that story. He has 6 oil resources, so he's never going to run out of oil unless he's just crippled. Alright, enough of that. Is Temujin building any more military? Nope, not really. He's still building research in like every city. Except he's got like 1 or 2. He's got building a bomber there. So it's like he's not even really trying in this war. He's barely building any units. It's just all research. You know, it's like this isn't even my final form, basically. I guess he just feels like he has enough military. That's all I can think of. Something like that. Is he finally going to attack the city? Alright, so he did finally take another city. That frees up a little culture on the map for the Mongols, but not that much. He needs to take... If he can capture Gondor, he'll have a little territory in the south part of the map. A small amount. Also, Napoleon jumped ahead of Zara with that city capture. And look at that, now there's modern armor in the city. Upgraded the units there. Also, Temujin's on robotics, which will give him mech infantry, and that's like the other really good late game unit. Modern armor, mech infantry, mobile artillery. Those are the 3. Then that plus planes, and you're good to go. I guess gunships are important. I guess gunships are useful too. So another Secretary General vote. The city is still starving because the world considers it a villain. And getting swallowed up by Pakal's insane culture. You know, if Pakal could gain control of this one tile, then Napoleon would be able to take control of it. But I guess it's too far outside his borders. Or if Holy Rome could gain control of it. That's not happening, though. It's 2nd ring for Native Americans. It's 3rd ring for Holy Rome, so that's not going to happen. Oh, well. And this city's already ahead in culture. So no, this will never move away from the Native Americans. That's such a shame. Napoleon's got this huge army and he can't reach this city. Okay, so yeah, over here, if this city gets captured, well, it would really need to be both of these cities, but if these cities were taken out, then there'd start to be some culture over here for Temujin. He is starting to take control of this part of the map, though. But yeah, he needs to capture a few more cities. So he does have some modern armor now, at least 1 or 2. And I think he killed a lot of units in that particular battle. Alright, how about in North America? We've got yet another force. Oh my god, I think we might actually see a city captured in North America. This is unbelievable. Uppsala, is it actually going to be captured? Will we see somebody pulling ahead in this long-running, endless stalemate? I think we might, actually. What France needs to do is sign peace with Holy Rome and then declare war on Native America. That's what they need to do, but they don't want to sign peace with Charlemagne. Maybe someone will eventually do a stop the war with Holy Rome resolution, and then then France can get out of this conflict. Come on, there we go. Yeah, so we actually see kind of a breakthrough here. I wonder if that's enough to be a tipping point and start swinging this war. All right, so the same thing as before. Temujin's voted in as the UN secretary. Same as before. Who voted for Pakal? Gilgamesh, Hannibal, Justinian, Boudica, Zara. Not a surprise, Zara's at war with Temujin. Alright, so we saw some kind of movement. How many cities do the Native Americans and the Vikings have. So the Vikings have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but 2 of them are size 1, and basically these don't even count. So basically 6 cities. The Native Americans, wow, they have more than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excuse me. So the Native Americans really are larger. Excuse me. Oh, what happened to the city that used to be over here? Didn't there used to be oh, Atlanta. Atlanta. So Atlanta, which was a French city, did culturally flip to them. Poor France has lost so many cities to culture flips in this game. Just a ridiculous number of cities lost to culture flips. Alright, so the Mongols, they on the move. They've got some small stacks moving around. I don't see any huge one. Or, I do see one, but it's resting up. Temujin, oh, he must have dialed down science to upgrade units. Yeah, it looks like he turned down his science because he wanted to upgrade everything to modern armors. Also, so Temujin decided to stop screwing around. Look, he's now gone all military in his cities. Oh boy, yeah. You know what? Maybe he was just pushing to get to computers tech, and then he was going to go back to full-on aggression, or something like that. It's possible. Who knows? So because he's not building research in every city, his robotics time has slowed down, but he's got more units to play around with. Yeah, there we go. Of course, that also means that he probably almost certainly can't win by space race before Pakal wins by launching the spaceship. Or, excuse me, winning by culture. But Mongolia has been so entertaining to watch in this game. Whether they are the technical winner or not doesn't really matter. They are definitely been the most fun Civ to watch in this game. And a huge stack, just big stacks